veins, specifically in his arms. And recently I've been seeing more and more bicep vein popping out all the time. And they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger rapidly. I've known Andrew for what, maybe 2.5 years now? And the dude is fucking growing and it's kind of scary to see.
A disclaimer and a warning to anybody that's about to watch this video. The views and opinions in this video are just that, views and opinions. Everything you see is going to be done for research and entertainment purposes only. I do not advise nor condone the use of anything you're about to see in this video. Everything is just for entertainment purposes only. Whatever you do with the information you get from this video is all up to you, but ultimately, don't be stupid. You know what? I'm gonna go head forward because I ain't scared. All right, week 6 has come and gone, and another successful week. We'll just get right to it. Starting off with the deadlift, I ended up hitting 275 with 110 pounds of band tension. I don't know what that equates to at the top, in the middle, at the bottom. I don't really understand. I actually don't understand a lot of this conjugate system stuff, but we'll get to that in a little bit. However, I ended up missing this 275 with bands at first because I'm just not used to using bands on the deadlift, and the weight got out in front of me and I got pretty frustrated. So I ended up getting real pissed off and I came back and I hit it. And then due to the way the system is, I think we took 80% of that and tried to go for AMRAP with bands, and then another AMRAP without bands. And I just kind of blacked out, and I ended up hitting 225 for 20 reps consistently, unbroken. And I just remember my boy Fernando, I just heard 19. And then so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stop at 19 because nobody stops at 19. So I ended up hitting it for 20. And that was really cool, man. Like I felt really strong after that, especially because I had missed a lift that day. It actually tweaked my pec because the weight got out in front of me. So to come back and, kill the day, as the Mind Bullet slogan says, to come back and kill the day, it felt great. However, Tuesdays are rough on me. I got a lot of family stuff going on, so Tuesdays always get cut short. And I'll talk about this towards the end. But overall, deadlift's feeling strong. I haven't tested it above 315, just flat, straight weight. So we'll see what the next couple weeks bring. Then the weekend brought some speed squats and speed deadlifts. Again, this was this is another part of the program that is a little tough for me because my percentages are so lopsided. So it called for 50% of your lifts, and so I ended up doing a little bit extra work because the weights were so light for me. I ended up just kind of needing to put in a little bit of more effort to really get in a good workout. But this is kind of leading me all up to a change that I would like to see. And that is, I'm gonna have to start waking up at 3 a.m. to start working out with Mark again. He's been training early with his boy Sean, and I've joined in on a couple of their workouts, but I've been really focusing on trying to get my strength up, so I've been leaving my workouts towards the end of the day. However, I get in so much work with Mark, and I saw most, if not all, of my progress in the past year and a half. They all came with training with Mark. So I'm gonna go back to what's been working, and that started this weekend actually. I hit a bench session with the crew. I'm pretty good at taking pictures. I'm pretty good at producing a podcast. I'm not good at calculating the maths. I'm not good at that. So I thought I was hitting 3 sets of 5 at 205. Ended up being 3 sets of 5 at 215. If you guys remember a couple weeks ago with Emilio, I was ecstatic to hit that for 3 sets of 3. That was a huge PR for me. That was a huge day. Fast forward to this past weekend, and I accidentally hit it. Now, part of that is mental for me, to be totally honest. I thought it was 205 and it felt like 205, and then somebody was like, what do you want next? And I'm like, oh, throw on a 10. They're like, we'll just put 225 on there. I'm like, no, I can't jump that high. And they're like, well, it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, I've been PRing this whole time. So yeah, definitely a mental thing. And on the topic of mental, a buddy of mine that I've met through Instagram before SARMageddon, before all of this, he had asked me to touch on, you know, the mental side of things. Like, am I getting aggressive? Is my temper going up? Anything like that? And since I'm such a chill dude, like nothing really can get me, you know, to the tipping point, and nothing has changed that. I would say that maybe like I'm a little bit more confident because, you know, my clothes are fitting a little bit tighter. My fiance, she's always been real supportive and she's always been super into me. So, you know, she didn't previously not get all handsy with me, but I definitely noticed that she gets a little bit more excited for it these days. So that's making me feel way more positive and just happier, right? But as far as like aggression or any of that, my body has taken 2 capsules of Ostarine very well. I'm developing more muscle, my weight's going up. Part of that is because of the MK677. But everything is it's all working really well. However, since it's such a low dose, I can't imagine it would affect the rest of my mind and body in a negative way. So with the dosages so low, I don't think it would affect me or anybody.
Normally, this is the part of the video where I give any physique updates or anything I've noticed in my body. But instead of me telling you, I asked the team here at Super Training to go ahead and give you their opinions on what they've seen thus far.
His arms got huge. His arms are getting bigger than mine. He's leaving me behind. That's very noticeable. He's got a lot stronger. He walks around like he's getting like some size, right? And I think it's helping his confidence a lot. Walks like, I don't know, just comes in with like a little bit of like different energy, different swagger.
Veins, specifically in his arms. Now, I've always seen him, right? But Andrew, like, he wears these shirts. Look at his shirt right there. Zoom in on the sleeve, maybe. See how that sleeve's high? Yeah, so I've seen Andrew's arms a lot, right? And recently, I've been seeing more and more bicep vein popping out all the time. And they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger rapidly. I've known Andrew for what, maybe 2.5 years now? And the dude is fucking growing, and it's kind of scary to see. Because Andrew's like, he's always worked out, and he's looked good. But now Andrew's starting to look fucking swole. And it's a little bit scary because he's bearded, he's swole, and it's just, ugh. So, yeah.
The way he walks around, it's like chest puffed up a little bit, a little more comfortable in like his body. Definitely more confident. His arms and his chest and his back are getting bigger. He's just more confident and like more willing to step foot in the gym, whereas before it was almost like having to like pull him in to like get him to go. And now it's like he goes in on his own to get shit done.
Aggression, hostility, anger.
So this is the raw truth right here.
Raw truth, nothing but hate
Nothing
from
but
him.
hate. Beautiful.
I've seen him gain like 20 pounds in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Gotten a lot stronger. But there's a big difference. Andrew, are we talking about SARMs? Andrew has committed to the gym and his diet, like everything, 100%. I think that's the biggest thing, is he's committed to, with doing this test, I think he just went all in with everything. So that's the biggest thing, that he's here every day. If anything, he's probably doing a little too much in terms of training with his muscle growth and everything. He's really pushing really hard, so it's been really cool to see.
So some of the biggest changes I've seen in Andrew, we talked about his personality, his size. I think his willingness to take it up a notch in the gym, his intensity's at an all-time high. I've never seen that. Coming from someone who has a zero athletic background, has completely changed the game for himself, and you could see it in his work ethic. He's working now 3 times harder. Not that he never worked hard before. So it's going to be interesting to see him progress in the next 6 months. So I'm excited to see him hit some big PRs in the gym.
Man, he probably gained about 3 to 4 inches on his biceps each. And he's a lot more confident now. I see him dressing up, you know, and all that. So that's pretty good. And he's been super on top of like eating like diligently and stuff like that. So his whole demeanor is just changing. Like,
Do you think he's aggressive? Some people said he was really aggressive.
I don't think he's aggressive.
Hostile.
I don't think he's aggressive. I just think he's more focused.
So moving forward, I'm ecstatic and excited and antsy to start training with Mark every day. You know, he plain and simply broke it down and took away all my excuses. He said, how long does it take to get to the gym? And I'm like, well, it takes anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes. And he's like, all right, 4 a.m., you come train, you hit it hard, you go home, shower, come back to work. And I'm like, all right, man, he kind of got, he checkmate, right? There's nothing I could say to change his idea of what would be the right move right now. And he's totally right. So starting next week, I am going to start training with Mark in the morning. And I still have yet to decide if next week I'm going to jump from 20 milligrams of ostarine to 30. That's what the protocol calls for. But thinking of my conversation with Lindsay and Nick, I just haven't decided yet. And I know that's not a sexy choice for the SARMageddon. You know, it makes things, I'll be honest, it makes things less interesting knowing that I'm gonna keep a consistent 20 milligrams throughout, but I'm having a lot of success. The weights keep moving, the numbers keep jumping. I feel strong, I feel great. Soon I'll be relinking up with Tony, and you know, he's gonna consult me and really let me know what I should do. I'm pretty sure he's gonna lean towards upping the dosages, but like I said, I just haven't made my choice yet. It's not gonna be an easy choice. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to see what would happen on 30 and 40 milligrams, but I'm having so much success right now. I have to weigh the risk versus reward, and I'm sure he'll have a great opinion on that, and you guys will get to see that conversation once it happens. But until then, let me know what you guys think thus far. The reception of Power Project SARMageddon has been huge. So thank you to everybody that's been supporting it, everyone that's been following along, everyone that comments, likes, dislikes, everything. I really appreciate you all. If you guys want to reach out, my Instagram is @IamAndrewZ. I try my absolute best to get back to everybody. So far I have been able to, but you know, depending on how many reach out, you know, it just might take a while. But yeah, that's it for right now. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.